Hello, everybody. I have vinyl finds here from Friday, March 13th, 2020, from Jerry's Records in Pittsburgh, PA. We'll start off with some actual 45 RPMs. Ooga Boogaloo by the Jazz Crusaders, with Eleanor Rigby on the other side. I do. Being silly. To see the whole upside the camera. A Blue Note 45. Jazz on 45 is interesting because usually a lot of compositions are usually long. They don't always get put on 45, but jazz 45s are kind of cool and a little more scarce to an extent. Never Can Say Goodbye. The Chicago song, does anybody really know what time it is? By Grant Green from 1969. That's just a disc only. I'll show you the jacket to that one. Fleetwood's second album. Even though it's just self-titled, this is actually their second album. Mr. Blue. There's an extended play album to Mr. Blue. I'll have to look for it. I like those. But yeah, Mr. Blue. The Fleetwoods. Gretchen, Gary, and Barbara. On the first edition Dolton label, which is really very light blue. It's like where the blues get darker as later issues come and go. And what's interesting is it's so shiny you can see the reflection of the cover in the actual disc. That's crazy. Mirror image of it. Truly Do is the hit on here. Run Around. Outside My Window. Those three songs are the big hits on it, but it has a lot of their songs. There's the other songs there. Trying to get all their albums. Always liked them. I actually found their first album when I was 14 years old in 1994. Mr. Blue, age 13, 14-ish. And that's their album from 1959, and I'm trying to collect the rest of them. This one I got off the internet. Cover's in really nice shape for how old it is. Deep in a Dream, the Fleetwoods. This is their fourth album. I still need this album here. This is on. It's weird. This one's actually almost white, but it's very light blue too. But it's like washed out more. A bit of a stain on the label. That's crazy. Look how shiny that is. And while I'm filming this, it looks like a positive image, but it'll auto correct everything. It'll look backwards when this gets uploaded. But yeah. So. Lavender Blue, Poor Little Girl, Daddy's Home, Teenager in Love, Paradise Lost. Their version of Lavender Blue is nice. You know what? I'll actually throw this on. Hopefully there's going to be no copyright police, but I'll have it real light in the background. So we'll continue on with the albums. Jerry Reed sings Jim Croce on RCA Victor. RCA, actually just RCA. This is actually from the year I was born, 1980. He does all Jim Croce songs. One O'Clock Dog, a little nipper. Working at the Car Wash Blues. One less set of footsteps. You don't mess around with Jim. I got a name. Time in a bottle. Age. I'll have to say I love you in a song. The hard way every time. Bad Lever, Bronny, Careful Man. Great album. I played it. Very Best of the Fleetwoods. Even getting some later recollections that I don't have. I have their greatest hits. This is on the United Artists, because Liberty was a division of this. There's a track list. I like that picture of them like that. Him in his Navy uniform. So, pretty much like a later version of Greatest Hits. 10-inch album, Lee Wiley sings Rodgers and Hart. And here's a track listing on the back. You'll see that clearly. It's all Rodgers and Hart's songs. My Romance is real beautiful. Glad to Be Unhappy. Here's the actual disc to this on the Storysville label. Nice little 10-incher from the 50s. Fleetwood's in a mellow mood on Sunset. Now, I've seen somebody talk about styrene in a video. This is actually on styrene. Because look what happened. The label actually came off. It was inside there, but yeah, labels tend to file off on styrene albums. Very nice shape, you know, like new. But love this photo of them on there. Tracks for this one are The Last One to Know, Love Alone, Little Miss Sad One, Days Dwindle By, Hurt Him, Figurines, Jimmy Beware, Dormilona, I Just Can't Live Without You, and Love Drop. Yes. So it's like a repackaged album a little bit later, but I love that photo. Some of those songs I haven't heard yet, so just a few more albums and I'll complete my Fleetwood's album collection. Maybe about 2 or 3 if I want to get another version of their greatest hits later on Liberty. I'm trying to collect all their albums. Now I have a copy that's given to me by a good friend of mine where the cover is actually mint. The record's a little beat up though, and the one track I like skips. So I got another copy of it, which is kind of hard to find a perfect one of, but at least this one looks like it should play through okay. Grazing in the Grass, Friends of Distinction, their first album. Great album. I really Hope You Do's great. Help Yourself to All of My Lovin' they cover. Sweet Young Thing Like You, Going in Circles. Believe this whole album is also posted officially on YouTube. I suggest you check it out. Vinyl is really cool to have it on. Whatever, the Friends of Distinction. This one needs a little bit of a wipe off though. I'm collecting all their albums too. Friends of Distinction, great vocal, R&B, rhythm blues, soul group from the late 60s, early 70s. Yeah, Jerry Reed, Friends of Distinction, and Fleetwood's. I don't know why. I'm trying to get as many albums of them as I can. I'll try to get most of their albums in my collection. Great group. And I believe this is their second album or third album. I think third album. Yeah, these I haven't heard yet. This one has Lover Let Me Be Lonely and Crazy Mary. Friends of Distinction, Real Friends. They're just very clean but staticky and just dusty. Why they got rid of Little Nipper, I'll never know. Can't wait to listen to this one. They show this album on the beginning of them where they sing Grazing in the Grass. But Lover Let Me Be Lonely was one of the first songs I heard of theirs, and now I got the whole album to it. So pretty cool. Music Made Famous by Glenn Miller. I had the Part 2 album of this from 1963 for years. This one's from 61. This is where Ray Eberle, Tex Beneke, however you say his last name, and Maud Nares all do this. Paula Kelly. This is actually a 1977 later issue. I almost bought the original Gray Label, earlier Warner Brothers record label version, but the cover was split on all four corners. And I kind of like stereo, but if I like the album enough, maybe I'll go get the original mono copy. So, can't wait to listen to this. Haven't heard this yet. So, Glenn Miller sound, a new beautiful stereo by original members. Jerry Reed, A Good Woman's Love. Heard this whole album, but guess what? I ended up buying this without realizing the wrong disc was inside. This is actually his self-titled album from 1972. Misery Loves Company, Time for Love, Sunshine Day, Careless Love. This one actually contains the 1972 recording of Alabama Wild Man, which differs from his 1968 one. I think this became a little more of a hit, this 72 version. But, great, good album. Fire, You Made My Life a Song. He does some other people's. When he sings his slow song, he's a little reminiscent of Waylon Jennings. I love his slow, more, emotional songs. But, so I have this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go look on eBay and get this actual correct album and just hang this on the wall or keep this with that record and have to put this in its own sleeve so I have the right record with, Hopefully I get a jacket for this one. But I'll keep this with us for right this second. But yeah, very good. This pair sounds really nice. And last but not least, The Sky's the Limit from The Temptations, 1971. I saw this my last visit to Jerry's back in February, mid-late February, and I had to go back and get it. It was $7 for this. Played side one. It looks good, but it sounds kind of staticky, but it's still nice. I mean, it's very clean. I might try wiping off with microfiber and some diluted Dawn with water. That's what I've been using lately. But because it's a very gentle detergent, it doesn't strip the grooves. Really. So, great album. Love the Temptations. Are one of my favorite Motown groups, and of course, many others too. Yeah, see, nice guy. Big eyes. So, yeah. Great album. Check it out, I'd suggest. Just my imagination, it's worth it itself. They also do a version of Smiling Faces sometimes on here, which is really good. Well, that's all for this edition. I believe number 412, just like the area code for the city. Hang in there. Stay safe. Stay positive. It's tough. Try to live your life best you can and stay safe. And just pray for the world and for us and hope nobody else has to suffer. But he gets better and stays well and keeps healthy and keeps from getting sick. Take care there, everybody. Thanks for watching my video.